Well, I picked up this little Mercury a couple days ago. Got it off Marketplace. A little scratched up, beat up, but it is a 66 model. So what's that, 50 some, 60, something like that years old. Like 56, 57 years old, something like that. Little Mercury 39. Said Mark 39 on it. Yeah, it could probably use a paint job. Little 3.9 horsepower single cylinder. Just a 2-blade prop. Guy said probably needs points, and he said he turned it over, wasn't getting any spark. And for an outboard to run, you got to have 3 things: compression, spark, and fuel. Now, apparently he didn't. It came with a 3-gallon can too, and I know you guys have been pricing cans. They're like $50 on up. So, I guess you could almost say I got this for about $50. Now, it has the original Mercury fuel fitting in there, but they stuck that little plastic tube over it. So I'll be pulling that off. I'll have to order the right fitting for the gas tank. So we're gonna tear into this and see what's going on. Yeah, I just made this homemade stand. I need to paint it up, I guess. Should have painted it before I put the board on. But a little overkill, but I had the cart and I thought, you know, that'd be a good use for it. So, gonna open this thing up. I did grease the clamp there where this thing pivots. There's a grease fitting down there. It still feels kind of stiff, but I guess in a way that's good. You don't want it too loose. I haven't seen a kill switch or anything on this thing. Of course, when you buy them used, you don't usually get an owner's manual. But the throttle linkage feels good. Okay, so first I will pull the spark plug. Yeah, doesn't look real bad, but that nice and snug in there. I don't know if this will sit here. Use a cordless drill to power that around. That looks like it's almost 100. Maybe just down a little bit, so 95, 98, somewhere in there. So real good compression. And from what I'm not an outboard mechanic. I'm just learning to do this myself. This is actually going to be the first outboard that I've ever really worked on. So you guys can follow along and we can learn together. So that's So we got good compression. I got to get up and get me a little spark plug gapper. But I got a little bit before I have to worry about that, because the compression is good. So got to have compression, got to have spark, and we got to have fuel. Now remember, the guy said that he wasn't getting any spark with this thing, so I'm going to shut these lights out, and what we're looking for is any spark right down in there. I'll try to get this a little closer here. Of course, I got the doors open, so it's daylight out there. So yep, I'm not seeing anything there. So yeah, by the time I get this motor going, I'll probably have to replace that impeller for sure, because it's being spun while being dry. And that's not even in focus too well, is it? There, it's focusing in. But yeah, we don't seem to be getting anything there. So I'm going to have to pull the flywheel off and get up in there. And I ordered a book from marineengines.com, and it's supposed to cover, I think, 65 through 89 or something like that. Everything from like a 2 horsepower up to 40 horsepower. So I just ordered that yesterday, and today is Monday, so they should be getting it sent out in the next few days. So when I get that, then I'll read up on it. We'll go ahead and then we'll pull the flywheel, and we'll test the coil, and we'll take a look at the points and see if they need cleaned or replaced, and we'll go from there. And once we get fire, then we'll see if we got gas. So when I go to do that testing, I'll probably have to put this in the water barrel and test that part. Hopefully it'll fire up and run like a new one. But if not, then we'll have to take the carburetor out of there. I'll have to look at our linkage and stuff. It doesn't look like much to the linkage. It's just this piece right here. As I turn the handle, the throttle, that throttles that up. Yep. So it doesn't look like it's going to be too much. But I guess we'll see when we get there, won't we? If I have to take it apart and clean it, we'll do that. If I have to get a rebuild kit, we'll go that route. You know, I want to be able to fix motors and flip them, make a profit, but for the most part, this one right here is going to be for my own use. On my 14-foot boat, I do want to get a little 12-foot John boat, flat bottom John boat. So when I get the little John boat, this little 3.9 will be ideal on it. So I'll probably be keeping it. I got a 6-horse I got to work on, Mercury, 61 model, and it's a twin cylinder, 6 horsepower. And I want to try to keep an eye out for a 7.5 horsepower, maybe a 9.9. So anyway, we got we know we got great compression and no spark. So we know this will not run without spark. So once we get that taken care of, then we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and help this channel grow. Hit the like button, leave comments. All that helps push the algorithm, to get this seen by people out there. And like I say, I'm not an outboard mechanic, but all in all, it looks fairly simple. I hope I'm right. And we'll go from there. Looks like fun anyway. I'm retired, so I gotta have something to do. So we'll see you in the next video. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.